Hi, my name is Darcy Narrows from Narrows and Associates and Remax Kelowna, and I'm here to talk about the March 2023 market stats for the Okanagan. Before I jump into the stats, I just want to talk about what's happened prior in the first couple months last year and what we see coming forward. A little bit, a few maybe predictions. Great news, in March, Bank of Canada held the rates, and on April 12th, we're all hoping that the Bank of Canada does the same thing or actually reduces rates. I guess we'll all wait and see what happens there. What I've seen is from, let's call it end of March, so April 1st of last year till now, we saw a calming of the market. And it was more of people saw the rates start to move. They had a shift in mindset. So we saw more buyers kind of sit on the sidelines just to see what was going to happen because of the rate changes and some, let's call it, uncertainty in the market or actually in the world. So from April last year to today, we saw a little bit more of a hesitation or a little bit of a longer period to purchase, which isn't a bad thing either. We saw a bit of a calming. When you see the stats here, we're seeing anywhere from 10 to 20% adjustment in the average sale price in all categories from this time last year, which again created that calming. But now I think we're going to see a big change. I'll talk about that in a minute. We had longer winter conditions, which for most people that are coming from out of town will do their research virtually. They'll make the calls, but they tend to come here when the weather warms up, which we're, as you can see outside today on April 1st, we're not quite there yet, but we are seeing a shift, and we're going to see more of the out-of-towners coming in that have been waiting for almost a year to purchase and see what's going on. Immigration numbers for 2023 and onwards, we're going to see a huge influx of immigration coming in because that's what the government is hoping or allowing. Land cost. Land is one of those things that barely go down, it always goes up, new constant, and goes up. So land costs for anyone looking to build or any builder looking to build, any developer, land costs are higher from previous years. Build cost has continually gone up, partially because of COVID, supply, but we don't normally see a lot of that shift down. We saw lumber change, which was great, but the average build cost, so if somebody is looking to build today, that build cost today is higher than what somebody built last year and the prior years. So homes that you see on the market today that are, let's call it a year old or a couple years old, that are in great condition, those homes are a great alternative because you can move in today and enjoy them today. But when you're looking at new builds, you got to remember that it's not build a profit that they're looking at, is that the fact is just to build that home has cost them more right out of the gate. So you can still find some great new builds in some great areas, but you got to understand it's not the price that they're trying to create a bigger profit. It's the cost that has put them to that point. Anyways, pent-up buyers, again, what we've seen is when they've sat on the sideline, they've been calling. We've been getting a ton of calls on more education, understanding the market. And now they're starting to see Bank of Canada hold, let's call it, the prices had adjusted and they seem to be constant now. We're now seeing people, in this month alone, we're seeing a lot more people spending up to $3 million. We're seeing that higher price point, but also the prices is the new norm. If we're down, say, 10 to 20% over last year, that price is still quite a bit higher than, let's call it 2, 3, 4 years ago. But we have a new benchmark, so we're now starting at a new price and moving forward. So we're not going to see the 20, call it 16, 17, 18 pricing. It just won't happen anymore. Now, I predict a strong 2023 spring onwards, and there are many reasons. We're still, even though I'm going to show you that we have more listings than last year, in relation to the buyers or the people looking or the immigrations coming through into Canada, we're still not at that point yet where you have a lot of choice in your specific category. We have a lot of listings, but when you break it down to your price point, the product that you want, it actually does quite narrow down your search. And you know what? Everyone wants to live in Kelowna, so if they have an option, they're doing it now. People are deciding to retire early. People are, if they can still work remotely, they are doing it, and we're going to see it this spring onwards. So I want you to watch this for this year. And new product. So anything that we see that's finishing this year as new product, we're going to see a strong sales market for that. Some stuff that are maybe a little bit longer, pre-sales, that might take it a little bit longer. That might happen next year because people want to make a decision and move in this year. So anything that's, call it 16, 18, 24 months, we might see a little bit more of a lower sales volume, absorption rate, because people just want to make that decision with the rates and the current market. So we're going to see some strong pre-sales if it's going to be finished this year. And again, watch the rates. April onwards, we're going to see some rates. We see the banks starting to adjust them. Talk to large mortgage brokers, and they're positive about the outcome of what's going to happen with these rates coming. And that's enough of my rant. So let's get on to what happened in March. So active listings for single family homes, we had 1,070 active listings. That is up 65% over March of last year. Again, March was that last month of that kind of aggressive sales market. We're going to start seeing, I think we're going to see listings kind of level out. Hopefully we still get more for everyone out there looking, but we're up 12% over last month. Sales volume, we did 207 single family homes in March. That is down 37%. Again, March was that last push, but we're up 51% over February. And again, I think because the weather's warmed up too and people have been waiting, I've heard about the Bank of Canada holding rates, we're seeing that change in the confidence. Sales price for a single family home right now is $1,156,974. It's down 10% over this time last year, but it's up 9% over February. So again, we're at that new norm, and then we're starting to see what's happening with the current market. Townhomes, we saw 271 listings in March. We were up 113%, but we're up 12% over last month. Sales volume, we saw 58 townhomes sell. That's down 41% over this time last year, but up 50% over February. So again, you're seeing that trend of February to March of this year start to pick up. Average sales price is $679,141. That is down 21% over this time last month or last year, but up or down 11% over last month. So again, I think townhomes, we had a lot of product that was new that wasn't finished yet. We're starting to see that come to market. That is going to sell. That is going to change, I think, the pricing for townhomes for this year. Condos, active listings, we saw 497 active listings. That is up 146%. And again, I think because that was more of an investor-driven product, we're going to see more listings sit a bit, which is fine. We're up 16% over last month for listings. Sales, we saw 130 of them. That is down 35%, but it is up 76% over last month. And I think we're starting to see people have that confidence again in buying a condo, not just for investor, but for an end user. Average sale price, $478,810. That is down 9% over this time last year, but up 2% over last month. So I'm looking forward to talking about April stats in May 1st, because I think we're going to see that strong market start to come through this year, and it's going to be consistent right out through the end of this year. But if you're looking to buy or sell in the Okanagan market, please call Nairos and Associates at 250-258-9888. And if you want to stay up to date on the real estate market in the Okanagan, please click the link below and subscribe.